There are pains we carry that have no name, wounds that were never bandaged, stories we stopped telling, not because they were resolved, but because they became too heavy to hold. We smile, we move on, we say, "It's fine, I'm over it." But the energy stays, tucked inside the chest, coated in silence, stored in the body like a memory the mind tries to forget, but the soul still remembers. This is the nature of emotional pain. It doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers through fatigue, through anxiety, through the quiet feeling of being unworthy of joy. It becomes a frequency that quietly sabotages the way we love, the way we breathe, the way we allow ourselves to receive. And then one day you realize you're tired of carrying it, not because you're weak, but because your soul is ready to be light again. This is the moment where Ho'oponopono enters, not as a method, not as a mantra, but as a key to unlock what you've buried, a key to forgive not just others, but yourself, a key to return to your original vibration, peace, flow, wholeness. Ho'oponopono is more than words. It's an ancient Hawaiian practice of reconciliation, healing, and purification. At its core, it teaches a universal truth. We are connected, and through that connection, healing is always possible. Even the deepest pain can be softened. Even the sharpest memory can dissolve. Even the oldest resentment can finally breathe. But only if you're willing, not willing to fight it, but to sit with it, to look at the pain without judgment, and to speak to it with love. That's what makes Ho'oponopono so powerful. It doesn't force healing, it invites healing, through compassion, through surrender, through presence. And the most beautiful part, it only takes 4 phrases, 4 simple lines that carry centuries of spiritual wisdom. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. When spoken with sincerity, they don't just echo through your mind. They vibrate through your energy field. They reach the wounded parts of your heart that words alone can't touch. They begin to dissolve the frozen emotions, the emotional blocks, the quiet shame. But for that to happen, you need more than repetition. You need presence. You need to feel the words as if you were speaking to the child within you, the one who felt misunderstood, the one who never heard the apology, the one who still aches when the room gets too quiet. Ho'oponopono gives that child a voice. It gives your soul a chance to stop pretending and start healing. So before we begin the 5-minute ritual, take a deep breath. Not just in your lungs, but in your heart. Feel the breath enter that space behind your chest, the part that tightens when you think of them, the part that holds the memory, the part that still flinches when you remember how it all happened. Breathe into that space, not to fix it, just to acknowledge it, because healing never begins with the mind. It begins with permission, permission to feel, permission to stop running, permission to say, yes, this hurt me, and I'm ready to let it go. Not because it wasn't real, not because you're weak, but because your light matters more than your pain, and you're not meant to carry this forever. So let the body soften, let the breath deepen, let the story settle. In the next minutes, you won't need to understand everything. You won't need to relive it. You won't need to force anything. You'll just speak softly, slowly, sincerely, and allow the energy to shift on its own. Because when you align your breath with truth, when you align your voice with forgiveness, when you allow your soul to come home to itself, healing becomes inevitable. Let's begin, not by thinking, but by feeling. By slowing down enough to hear your own heartbeat, to notice the subtle tension in your chest, to become aware of how tightly you've been holding things, maybe for days, maybe for years. There's no rush now, only rhythm. Let the rhythm of your breath carry you inward. Close your eyes if you haven't already, and begin breathing slowly, intentionally, lovingly. Inhale through the nose, pause, exhale gently through the mouth. Feel your shoulders drop, your jaw soften, your belly expand. Let the body begin to trust this stillness. Now bring your attention to the one you need to speak to. Maybe it's someone else, maybe it's you, maybe it's a part of you you've been avoiding for a long time. There's no need to force it. Just feel who arises in your awareness. And now, whisper inwardly or out loud if you're alone. I'm sorry. Say it again. I'm sorry. Not because you did something wrong, but because pain was created, intentionally or not, and it's time to acknowledge it. You're sorry that this part of you suffered. You're sorry that you had to carry it alone. You're sorry that it hurt for so long. This is not shame. This is honesty wrapped in love. Now breathe and say, please forgive me. Again, please forgive me. This is not begging. This is not weakness. It's the strength to ask for release. You are forgiving yourself for holding on too tightly. You are forgiving others for not knowing how to love you better. You are forgiving life for not going the way you hoped. You are creating space. Now pause. Feel how even just these two phrases begin to shift something subtle. Maybe your breath is easier. Maybe your eyes feel warm. Maybe nothing yet. And that's okay. Now say, thank you. Let it be soft. Thank you. Thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the clarity. Thank you for surviving what you didn't think you could. Thank you for the pain that became the path. Thank you to the universe for holding you even when you felt alone. Let the gratitude flow without needing a reason. Gratitude is energy. And in this moment, you are raising your frequency by simply acknowledging life. Now breathe again and complete the circuit. I love you. Say it slowly, not mechanically. Say it with depth. Say it to the pain. Say it to the version of you who was hurt. Say it to the people who didn't know how to love you. Say it to the universe. Say it to your soul. I love you. Let that love flow through every corner of your energy field, through the grief, through the guilt, through the numbness, through the memory. Let your love be bigger than your pain. Let your voice be the medicine that your body has waited for. You are not fixing. You are not controlling. You are simply returning to the truth. And the truth is, you are worthy of peace. You are worthy of forgiveness. You are worthy of being free. Sometimes the heart doesn't release in tears. Sometimes it releases in a breath, a softness, a shift so subtle you almost miss it, but your soul notices. This is the moment when something begins to let go. You may not have the words to explain it. You may not even know what exactly you've released. But the weight feels different. The pressure lightens. The silence feels safer now. That's how healing works. It's not loud. It doesn't always shout. It simply stops hurting. You've just spoken a language your nervous system understands. You've just told your inner child, it's okay. You don't have to protect me anymore. Let the body rest here. No need to rush. You've carried this long enough. You've survived long enough. Now it's time to live without the armor. Place your hands over your heart if you feel cold. Feel the warmth of your palms. That is your energy, no longer trapped in loops of pain, but circulating, flowing, alive again. Repeat the 4 phrases again if you wish. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Let them land deeper this time. Not in your mind, in your body. Feel them move through the layer of thought, the layer of emotion, the layer of memory, the layer of identity. Let them melt whatever has frozen inside. Sometimes what leaves is not visible. Sometimes it's a subtle fear, a wall you didn't know you built, a part of yourself you forgot to love. Let it leave, let it go. And trust this. You don't need to understand every detail for the healing to work. The energy knows where to go. Your soul knows what to keep and what to release. Your body is wiser than your conscious mind. Now feel your breath again. Notice the difference. Is it deeper? Is it calmer? Is there more space inside you? That space is where peace enters. And the more space you create, the more light can live in you. You were not created to carry pain forever. You were not born to punish yourself. You were born to transcend it, to feel it, to understand it, and then to release it. This ritual has just shown you the way. Not a final destination, but a pathway back to wholeness. You can return to it any time, in the morning, before sleep, when emotions rise, when forgiveness feels impossible. Because sometimes the mind says, I can't forgive, but the soul says, watch me soften anyway. Forgiveness is not a thought, it's a frequency, and the moment you say, I love you, you begin to vibrate above the pain. You are rising now. Even if slowly, even if softly, you are rising. Let the tears come, if they do. Let the breath deepen. Let the body relax into its new vibration. This is what release feels like. Not dramatic, just real, just free. You don't need to know what's next. You only need to know this. You are not who you were when you began this ritual. Something shifted, something opened, something softened, and that is healing. Forgiveness is not the end of healing. It's the beginning of freedom. It is the moment your energy is no longer tethered to what hurt you. The moment your breath no longer shortens at the memory. The moment you realize you don't have to live from that wound anymore. This is the power of Ho'oponopono. It doesn't erase the past, it reprograms the present. It teaches you to look at what once broke you and respond with softness instead of defense. The real transformation is not that the pain disappears, it's that it no longer defines your identity. You become the space where pain was once stored, but is now replaced with presence. You begin to walk differently, not heavier, but lighter, because you no longer carry what doesn't align with who you are now. Forgiveness doesn't always feel like a celebration. Sometimes it feels like stillness, like nothing, like breathing in clean air after a long time in a closed room. But it changes everything. You start creating from clarity instead of reaction. You begin relating from fullness instead of need. You speak truth without fear. You give without depletion. You protect your peace, not by building walls, but by radiating light too strong to absorb the old. That is what you've done here. That is what these 5 minutes were really about. They weren't about fixing you. You were never broken. They were about remembering that there's nothing wrong with you, only energy ready to move, only pain ready to leave, only love waiting to return. And now it has, in your field, in your breath, in your body. You've allowed healing to happen not by force, but by surrender. That's a frequency the universe responds to instantly. You may start to notice synchronicities, people reaching out, answers arriving, tension releasing. These are not coincidences. They are reflections of your inner shift. Because when you raise your vibration through forgiveness, your entire reality begins to reflect that frequency back. Life becomes lighter, not because it's easier, but because you are no longer carrying the past into every present moment. You begin to walk through life as a channel of peace, not because you never get triggered, but because you now know how to return to center, gently, truthfully, consistently. That's mastery, that's maturity, that's real spirituality. And the most beautiful part? This is only the beginning. You can return to this ritual any time, not as a task, but as a gift. When your energy feels heavy, when the world feels loud, when your heart needs space, when your soul needs stillness, when you want to love again, starting with yourself, you now carry the key. 4 phrases, 4 portals. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Each time you speak them with sincerity, you align with healing frequencies older than language itself. You step back into coherence. You remind the field of your truth. You return to love. So as you close this video, don't rush. Sit with the stillness. Let the energy integrate. Let the breath flow like a wave. Let gratitude rise from within, not as a thought, but as a vibration. Because now, you don't just know the ritual, you've become it. You are the forgiveness, you are the breath, you are the release, you are the return, you are the reset. The pain no longer owns you, the past no longer holds you, the story is no longer your prison. Now, it's your power. This is how emotional healing becomes spiritual freedom. And it all began with 4 words and the willingness to let love speak again.